Hi, everybody. Welcome to the spring 2020 semester. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Astrid Northrup, and I will be your instructor. So I wanted to just do a short introductory email to let you know what's going on and how the classes will be approached. And then to let you know that if you need to get a hold of me, to please do through via email. I do have voicemail on my phone, but I do not pick it up very often, and I'm very reliable about picking up email. So anytime you need to get a hold of me, please email me, and if we need to talk face to face or via the telephone, we can set an appointment and allocate time to do that. So the first thing I want to draw your attention to is your student portal. Now, this is on my screen is my faculty portal, so it looks similar to yours, but not exactly. You access your student portal by going to my.nwc.edu, and then over on the right-hand side of the screen will be the courses that you're going to be taking that have a Moodle component. Now, for the classes that we have together, they are not going to be made visible until Wednesday, January 15th. That's the first day of class. And I've been asked, all the faculty have been asked by computer services and by instructional technology to not make our classes visible until that day. So I will make sure that the classes are visible very early in the morning. And I'll also make sure that it's not going to put us behind in any way, but in the meantime, your classes won't be visible. But after the 15th, on the right-hand side of your home page or your landing page, you'll see the Moodle icon, and underneath it, you'll see a listing of the classes that you're taking that have a Moodle component. So for me, this semester I'm teaching Fluid Dynamics, which the name has changed. It's no longer Fluid Dynamics / Mechanics, it's just Dynamics, Thermodynamics, Practical Surveying, Engineering Surveying, and Business Math. And when these are open to you, you'll be able to click on whatever course is your course, and you'll see some material that will be available. First of all, I organize my classes by modules, not really by dates, although I will give you firm dates for your homework being due and for the quizzes and exams. So the first thing underneath the introductory material would be a link for your class syllabus. So at any time you can access that, and that's sort of the contract between us for the class. Then there will be some videos. I will, for example, post this introductory video right here under the introductory material in your class. And then we'll start looking at the different material. Now, if the only class that I have, the only two classes that I have that have labs are practical surveying and engineering surveying. So there's material from the labs and some materials from the lectures. The other courses, such as, let me come back over here and pick up thermodynamics, for example, there's no lab material, there's just lecture material. So you'll see the same thing, except not so much stuff from lab. So the way that I organize material then is, like I said, by modules. Chapter 1 in this case, then we have all of the lectures. The lectures are shown with paper clips. All of my lectures will be available to you on YouTube, so that if you're not able to access this page directly, you can also find it through YouTube, but the link will be available to you through YouTube. Any handouts will also be placed here, and then the submission for the homework. For example, this date will be changed. This is actually for last year, but there will be the day when you can submit your homework. Underneath that, I will put a late submission homework button. For those of you that have had me as an instructor in the past, I'm really trying to fine-tune my homework policy, but this year we'll have two buttons. One will be the on-time submission button, and then the late submission button. So if you submit your homework on time, you'll be eligible for full credit, and if you submit it late, you'll be eligible for partial credit, depending on how late it is. But I'd really ask you to submit your homework on time, because that way I get it graded more consistently and get it back to you sooner so that you'll be more ready for the exams. Almost all of my exams, or excuse me, almost all my classes, with the exception of business math, will have a midterm and a final exam, then 8 or 9 homework assignments, and possibly a quiz or two. In business math, it's laid out a little bit differently. I tend to have more exams that are a little bit smaller in nature, and those will be posted here, so we'll have that available very soon as well. And also, this material will cease to be organized by dates, but will be organized by modules or by subject matter as well. Now, for any of the classes, if you do get ahead and you want to take quizzes or home exams ahead of time, just let me know and we can make arrangements to do that. I do need to firm up a little bit on the late submissions, so you will lose credit if you turn in homework late, and how much credit you lose will depend on how late you've turned it in. Now, because you can't access your syllabi through the Moodle page, which, like I said, I'll just pull up another one, Fluid Dynamics, for example, and you'll see that in the top, in the introductory material of each of my classes, you will have access to the syllabus. Okay, this will be changed from summer 19 to spring 2020, obviously, but you'll always have access to the syllabus. But since we can't access it here right now because Moodle is not open to you, you can also go to the nwc.edu webpage, go to Academics, and under Academics, go to Class Schedule and Syllabi. Then search for classes and syllabi. And for the spring 2020 semester, you can either search by subject or you can search by the faculty name. So you can just come down here to me, which is Astrid Northrup, and say Get Courses, and it will show you all the courses I'm teaching. So if you wanted, for example, to get your syllabus for business mathematics, you can just click here and you'll have a copy. All right, so it will tell you my office hours, how to reach me, what the content of the course is, how to get the grade that you want, and then some universal material about disability policy, Title IX, non-discrimination, and so forth. But basically, the name of the textbook that you'll be required to have is right here, and the assignments or how your grading is broken up will be right here, and also the material that we cover. Sometimes I get very specific in the schedule, other times less so. But all of my classes, with the exception of business math, have an online component, and in business math I'm going to embed some online pieces this year so that we don't have to meet in class every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday. At the beginning of class in business math, we will definitely meet every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then we'll see if we can work in some time on your own to take quizzes or to do homework completion and so forth, to sort of free up your time. But as we get to know each other, we can figure those things out. So the one thing that I want to really stress to you is I've been teaching for an awfully long time, for over 20 years, and it's been my experience that students who attend a class do much better than students who don't. And so, especially for online format, that makes it a little bit difficult, is how do I measure how engaged you are in the class? Well, in each class, I can see when you have participated, when was the last time that you accessed the class, right here, last access to course. And I can also take a particular element of the course. So, for example, if I was interested in determining if you had watched a particular video, I can see if you have played it. So when I grade you for attendance on the online part, those are the sort of things that I would check. I would check to see, for example, if you had accessed a particular element of the course or not. So and I can see when you've gotten in. So of course, just like if you were sitting in class with me face to face, I couldn't really tell how much you're concentrating, but I hope that you will use your time wisely and concentrate on the classes to to give yourself the best possible chance of success. So getting back with that, there's sort of some basic elements of success in a class. One is attending class. The other is doing your homework on time. The other element is taking your quizzes and exams on time. And the final pillar of this success strategy is to keep in touch with your instructor, especially if you fall behind or find some material that is difficult for you. My job is to help you and to guide you through this process, and I am extremely happy to do that. So if you need to meet face-to-face, if you need to meet in a web conference, one-on-one, if you need help in a different format, if you want to visit with me over email or anything else like that, just let me know. Whatever works for you, I will make sure to provide you with that support. So my advice to you then is to do those first three things: come to class, do your homework, take your tests, and finally make sure that you stay in contact with me. And if you ever have any problems, it's quite common for students to understand some material better than other material. So when you run into something that is not comfortable for you, if you will alert me to that, I will be more than happy to assist you and get you through it so that you're comfortable with the material and you can move forward. So please work with me and stay up to date as much as possible. And please know that I'm available to you to help you at all times. So happy Monday and happy beginning of the semester. I'll have everything open for you Wednesday morning, and I'll look forward to working with you this semester. Thanks.